everyone sees it the same way.
Oh yeah.
No, you can go to gallery and just like change it however you want.
Cool. All right, guys, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna put everybody on mute so we can get started. So good evening, guys. Welcome to our first movie night. We're super excited to all be together and enjoy the movie Her Move Next and have some discussion and conversation with some of the stars of the movie. As you guys know, a lot of people are talking about chess recently, and it's for several reasons people are talking about chess, but a couple of things that really kind of brought chess to the forefront. One was the popularity of the hit series on Netflix called The Queen's Gambit. For those that have seen it, if you're a kid, you're not allowed to watch it. It's not age appropriate, but your parents, I'm sure you guys have enjoyed it. And it really just got everybody in the whole world talking about chess. It was the #1 Netflix special of all time. And you know, the funny thing is that people keep on texting me and calling me saying, hey, you know, like, did you see the Queen's Gambit? Like, wow, you're so cool. You do chess. I said, I've been doing chess before it was cool. Like 15 years ago, you weren't texting me when I was slugging around when everybody had nothing to say about chess. Now all of a sudden you're texting me, telling me how cool chess is. So anyway, it's good to see so many people excited about the game of chess. And the second thing that happened was the adaptation of chess to the digital landscape. You know, when we went remote last March, we really transitioned very well to chess because chess has been online for many years. You know, even when I was a kid, I used to play chess on websites like Yahoo and stuff like that back in many years ago. And it's really evolved, and there's really great access to playing chess on gaming sites and great access to information, and technology has really made chess available to so many people. And there was an article, I think, today in Bloomberg that talked about the explosion of chess, just as the amount of people playing. I think there's 1 million new users on chess.com every month. And I think in November, there was 2 million new people that signed up for the website just to play the game of chess. So the game of chess is really exploded in popularity. And the series, the Queen's Gambit, really kind of showed the beauty of chess. And it got us all thinking that, wow, we were the Queen's Gambit before the Queen's Gambit. Her Move Next, you know, was pushing chess and promoting chess and getting girls playing and getting people playing the chess for a long time. And we really wanted to revisit it. And we have some exciting things planned with our chess program. We have exciting things planned. We're going to be launching some opportunities for girls across the United States to play in the new year. We like to call it, it's going to be something along the lines of the Her Move Next National Network, empowering future female leaders, one smart move at a time. And we're going to try to engage girls across the country to not only play the game of chess, but in sharing community and really benefit from all the great benefits that chess provides. So we're excited about it, and we want to just have an opportunity tonight to show the movie, have an opportunity to bring some of the stars of the movie in, and to create a dialogue and just create a fun activity for you guys tonight. Now, the last thing I'll say before we get to the movie is that being a father of 3 young children, I have 2 daughters and a son, and I just want nothing more from them and have the opportunity to learn and play the game of chess. In my life, it's opened so many doors. It's taught me how to think critically, how to plan, how to be strategic, how to be patient, how to win, how to lose. It's also taught me how to meet people from all over the world. The first thing I always do when I visit somewhere that I don't know is find the chess club. It's an opportunity for you to cross so many barriers of age and gender and socioeconomic status and just so many things that chess can share communally. And I think it's such a powerful game. And Her Move Next, I think, really has provided the platform for girls to enjoy the game of chess. And chess has always been available, but in a communal way where they can do something together that's fun, that's social, and that they can be great at. Something they can be great at together. And when we saw it with Her Move Next, and we're going to talk about it more, and I think Neil will touch upon it and Ben will touch upon it, but when they came together, magic happened. Magic happened. They were able to achieve so much just by being inspired by each other and pushing each other and supporting each other. And it was a beautiful thing. And the last thing I'll say is I speak to Coach Angel, who's on the call tonight. You're going to see he's in the movie. And I said, Coach, you're going to join the movie tonight? He said, sure. And he said, I watched the movie twice last week. And I said, me too. And I said, it brought me to tears, you know, and it just brought me to tears because when you see how beautiful the chess community was and how much this meant for these girls to play, not just for them, but the parents and the schools and the communities and the coaches, just to see people working together for an activity that they're committed together on a path and encouraging each other in the highs and lows, and never giving up and working together, keep on pushing and have success through it all is a beautiful thing. So I'm excited for you guys to watch the movie. I hope you guys enjoy it that haven't seen it. Then we're going to open up a Q&A. Before we start, I'd like to just give a shout out to some of the stars of tonight. First of all, I'd like to give a big shout out to Ben Morden, who's on here. He's going to help kind of oversee the night tonight. He's going to speak a little bit later, but his three daughters all play chess. And when they came to PS33, he connected with me and he pushed our whole program to really make it something special. He's been a driving force behind the program from day one, and his influence and support and passion for this has been just second to none. So I thank Ben. He'll speak later. We also have Neela Saldana, who's on the call as well. You're going to hear from her. She's just an excellent sort of, I think, representative of our organization. Her daughter's in the movie. She hosts a birthday party in the beginning of the movie, and now she's really helping us lead the charge to really get girls more access to what benefited her daughter, that more girls can have access to across the country, and that we can engage more girls and give more girls the opportunity to love and play chess in a very special way. So Neil is here. We have Coach Angel, who you guys are going to see, who's one of the stars of the show. Obviously, he's the coach that you're going to see in the movie and really just supporting the girls every step of the way. So Coach Angel, great to see you. We have some of the stars of the movie here. We have Chloe and Alia and Rosie and Simone and Joyshna and Abigail, and they're all going to get a chance to speak, which is going to be such an amazing thing. I'm so glad to see them. They've grown up so much since we've all been together. And so I'm excited. I'm really, really, really excited. And I think, Ben, if I didn't miss any major points, I think we can start the movie, and then we're going to hand the mic off to Neela on the conclusion of the movie, and we're going to get into a question and answer with the girls from the film. But hope you guys enjoy. Enjoy your night. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for everybody that's joining us on a Friday night. Get your popcorn. Watch the movie, get some questions about the movie. There's a lot important of messages that you guys will find in the movie, and hopefully we can talk about them at the conclusion of the movie. So Ben, I'll hand it off to you and we'll get started for the rest of the night, guys. Thank you for joining.
All right. Thank you everybody for coming out for a Friday movie night with us. And I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to have to put everyone on mute while the film's on, and then we'll get back to Q&A afterwards. So if you just give me one moment and we'll pull it up.
We are celebrating my daughter's birthday, and for whatever reason, obvious reasons I guess, she wanted a chess party, and you know, she loves the team, she loves the game, and mostly she just loves the girls to be together. So we were like, okay, and here we are.
So that's how this party happened. She just wanted it. So we said, I don't think a chess party is like, are you sure you want a chess party? Can we just do a general party? And she said, no, I want a chess party. She wanted to have Coach Angel come and teach them something. I said, okay, do we call all the chess players? She says, no, I only want to call the girls. So it's very, very team oriented. It's not just individual. They went for a tournament and they won the first tournament. It was last year in November. And ever since then, she's been like, I want to win, I want to go, I want to play. It's just ramped up since then.
Girls sitting in the front. Only the girls that came to the state championship in the front. Let's go, let's go. Everybody else in the back. girls, take a seat in the front on the chairs. If you're not a girl, sit on the table in the back. We'll discuss Saratoga a little bit and the upcoming state championship in a few weeks. And one of the comments from one of the moms was, she said, make sure the girls don't get too crazy today with all their success. They have a big tournament in 2 weeks, so don't get them, don't let all the success go to their heads. So I said, okay, no problem. I want to recognize we're going to have a new player inducted to the Chelsea Prep Hall of Fame. This girl has worked extremely hard. She has been training with the team for several years now. Leading up to this weekend, she had probably her best tournament of her life, helping our team win the state championship. And in the process, she broke 1,000 USCF, which gets herself on the Hall of Fame. And I always joke, when you come back and you're 70 years old, you're gonna walk in as an old grandma, you're gonna see your name on the wall here, because we'll still be, hopefully still have a chess program, and hopefully we'll have sign the white squares, the black squares, and sign the back of the board at that point. Without further ado, let's give a big hand for Abigail. All right. You know, tradition creates continuity. From one year to the next, new kids come and go, but our Chess Hall of Fame has stayed there, allows kids coming into the program to know some of the great players that have come through the program, that have helped build up the program and the success that we have here today at Chelsea Prep. All right, smile. Congratulations, well done. The program started, it was an initiative from the administration to push into the classroom. The principal at that time felt that chess was a very positive tool, learning tool, that would create critical thinkers and strategic thinkers in all the kids that were studying here at Chelsea Prep. And it morphed from being a classroom push where kids were being exposed to chess to eventually becoming kids that wanted much, much more and began achieving at a very, very high level, and eventually started competing at a national level and eventually began to win at a national level.
So right before the girls team was actually formed, we actually had a huge chess year. We won many tournaments, and most notably, we won the 5th grade national title. So a lot of our 5th graders went on to graduate. We were able to get a new crop of kids, and young at that, you know, 1st graders, kindergartners. You know, right about then, you know, this girls team was formed, and, you know, they got together, went to a tournament.
And Chelsea Prep, my two daughters are Simone and Rose, and we went in there kind of blind, you know, not knowing how everything would gel, and then wow, it was just magic.
We help each other, and they're my best friends.
They just put wins after wins together, you know, we're all excited, and the girls all got along, and we said, let's take this to another level. Let's make a girls team.
Earlier this year, Ben emailed me with Ben Morden emailed me with this whole long email explaining to me why Chloe should be playing in the tournaments. And my response to him was kind of simple. Well, the tournaments kind of happen on the weekends, and usually the weekends is the time when I get a little bit of time to myself, like my gym time, my me time. Ben's response was like, I totally understand what you're saying, but you have an amazing daughter, and I really think you should give her an opportunity and see the energy and the friendships that Chloe will be enabled to have being a part of something bigger. And the first tournament we went to, she won 3 out of her 4 games, and like that was it.
The thing I love about chess is just it brings people together no matter what problem they have. It's something I can do. I won't get bullied, I won't get teased. It actually might help me get friends, and it did.
So Chloe being born deaf, once in a while she is aware of the fact that she's different. To see her do the same puzzles, to see her go to the same classes, and to see her beat the other kids who are fully hearing, it means a lot to me, because here's a kid who was never meant to be, who's handicapped.
At first I got hearing aids, but I got infected, which made me 100% deaf, no hearing at all. Suddenly I found something I can do. It's perfect. Anyone can do it. It doesn't matter about problems. It just matters about the character, the concept of the character. That's how you need to be judged. Like black and white. The black were judged by the color of their skin. And Martin Luther King Jr. said, I don't think it's fair to be treated by the color of my skin. It's not fair to be treated by your body. It's fair about your character.
Wait. Let them go there.
Okay, I need everyone to quiet down. Students, this is a great time. We are going to get started. Once we start, I'm going to ask that parents and coaches begin making their way out. At this time, students can shake hands, say good luck, and begin. Good luck, everyone. At this time, if all parents can make their way, all parents and coaches can make their way out of the rooms, I greatly appreciate it. Good luck, everyone.
The girls are doing very good. We're a little more than halfway through the tournament, and we're in first place in K5 championship and K2 championship at the moment. So as long as the girls finish off strong and keep doing well, then there will be success.
Let's just get back out there. Guys, take your time. We're missing a few things tactically, but nothing huge, all right? I saw a few checkmates last round we missed, right? Some very nice checkmates too, indeed, right? And yeah, that's about it. Let's go out there. Let's represent Chelsea Prep. Let's represent the girls. Okay.
1, 2, 3, Chelsea!
All right, girl.
We got 10 and a half, I believe, out of 12 in the K5 championship section, and 11 and a half out of 12 in the K2 championship section. So we're gonna head downstairs and go to the award ceremony and pick up these awards with the girls.
In third place with 3.5 total points, also from 33 Manhattan, is Whitney C. Finishing in second place on Climbers with a perfect formula score from 33 Manhattan, Alia Saldana. And in first place, also from 33 Manhattan, Yotsa Agava.
It was a good day for us. Many trophies won, more memories made.
This is spectacular results. Yeah, the girls haven't played better. It's all coming together. Thank you, Coach Angel.
A pleasure. We're gonna get ready for the future tournaments. Up next is Girls Nationals. So Right now we're at the Morden's residence. We came to have a practice for the girls' national chess team who departs next Friday, some people Thursday. So this is our last chance to get together with just this group of girls and get some practice over before we head out.
Well, we found ourselves last year, preparing for the girls' national. For some of these girls, it was a completely new experience. So we thought, let's have them over on a Friday night, and practice some games. We gotta get some coaches in as well. And then we noticed parents were bringing over food. It became a party for the parents. They wanted to be there too. They enjoyed. This was in a drop-off. No one wanted to leave. Everyone was talking. Whether it was chess, whether it was sports, whether it was politics. It was a fun atmosphere for the parents. And the kids were down here playing chess, and they were enjoying it. No one wanted to go home at night. And new kids are getting to know each other and really, becoming a family.
I would say this is probably going to be your biggest challenge. You guys went to the Connecticut State Girls Championships, you won. New York State Championships, won. But now we're talking about the All Girls National Championships, okay? It's going to be rough. The best of the best players are there. Listen, let's go out there and let's play our best chess ever. Right now, I think we're going in there, probably the hottest team on the scene. Who's hotter than Chelsea Prep right now?
And last year, like I told you guys before, the girls team formed out of nowhere, and we went to nationals unexpectedly and got second place.
They're handling pressure tremendously well, and I think if they didn't have that team camaraderie, I'm not sure if it would be as healthy. But right now, they're gung ho about it. They're approaching this as, they have to do better than they did last year.
And it took a lot from everybody to get out there. We had 2 families, 3 girls stuck at the airport. Their flight got canceled. One of their dads, Ben Morden, saw the girls were down, and he would not accept them not going to nationals.
Are you so super excited you actually got to go to the nationals, Sophia? Who was crying at the airport that all the flights were canceled? So we're somewhere in Ohio. It's 5 a.m.
in the morning.
Yes.
And I did not expect we'd have a snowstorm to drive through.
So they jumped in his truck and they drove to Chicago. It took about 12 hours. They got there the next day.
Let's bring this trophy back to school for Chelsea Prep.
How are you feeling about the underage?
I got diagnosed with Bell palsy the day before we were leaving. I almost didn't go to the trip. So Bell palsy is basically when the nerves in your face are not sending signals to the muscles to move, and half of your face stays paralyzed. But there was no way I could let the girls be out there, without their coach, without somebody to guide them and pick them up and motivate them. They knew I wasn't feeling well. It was also the week of my birthday. So it was funny because the girls were telling me, for your birthday, we're gonna get you a national championship. Keep telling me that all week, I'm gonna get you a national championship for your birthday. It was a fight from beginning to the end. After the first round, I believe we had a half-a-point lead. And we held that half-a-point lead all the way up to the last round. Going to the last round, we were still up that half a point. And the girls pulled it together. They gained another full point, and we ended up winning by 1.5 points.
Cheers.
Cheers.
They were very supportive of me. They knew I wasn't doing so well, and I'm still actually recovering from it. I'm not fully there, but you can't really tell I have it unless you already knew.
This last
support from the kids is a lot. And not only with that, but knowing that the kids believe in you and they believe that you're gonna take them in the right direction and show them the right way, that means a lot to me.
You gotta punish it.
I would just like for them to continue chess, you know, because once they graduate, they're not gonna have the same culture that we had here. Even though they went through it and lived through it, you know, it's not gonna be the same. So I just hope they continue their love for the game.
I don't really know what my future is gonna be, but I know my goal, which is to stop being scared when I play, which sounds like nonsense, but someday I'm working on it. Coach Angel told me not to. When I grow up, I want to be a chess coach.
Why a chess coach and not a chess player? That's interesting to me.
Because then you get to share your learning with other people.
All right. I hope everyone got to enjoy the movie there. And now I'm gonna turn it over to Neela. But before I do that, if anybody wants to see it again, or you thought that it was the video didn't come in well, please go to hermovenext.com and select where it says watch film, and you can enjoy it many times. So, but I'm gonna turn it over to Neela Saldana. She is Alia's mom, who you saw in the movie. All right, let me unmute you.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yep.
So I'm not going to stand between you and the other stars of the show, but I just wanted to say just a couple of things. First of all, I hope that there's going to be sequels to Her Move Next. You know how a best-selling movie and shows have season 7 and season 8. And so that was just season 1, okay? I am hoping that there's going to be with lots of the faces that I see on the screen in the next season and the next season. So I just want to say a couple of things just based on being Alia's mom and with zero knowledge of chess. I still could not tell you what all the pieces are on the board. Okay, so I'm just going to talk from what I've seen, not what I know about the game, and why I think Her Move Next is so unique. And I think Coach Russ sort of alluded to the magic of this, but for me, it's sort of 3 things. So I hope you saw them in the movie. So the first one is chess. Right? I mean, you can't miss it. The movie is about chess, so it's not about anything else. I hope you see that, and that it's a cool game. But the second thing I hope you saw in the movie, and that really sort of is what Her Move Next is about, is community. Right? So we often know that, I mean, this has happened to me. I'm sure a lot of the parents can empathize that you don't feel like you belong to a group or something, and then you drop out even though you're quite good at that activity, because you just don't see anyone like you. And for all the girls here, and maybe all the kids here, really, I don't want to say just girls, you'll see places where you feel like, oh, I don't see anyone like me, and is this really what I'm supposed to be? And so what I love about Her Move Next is it's not just a single Beth Harmon playing, it's like a whole community of Beth Harmons all playing, with each other, doing those Friday night things. Having fun. I think what I enjoyed about being a parent of the girls is how much fun it was. And when I would tell people that I was actually spending a Friday night at this sort of chess party, they would look at me, all the non-chess sort of parents would look at me like, how weird are you? Like, why are you doing this? And my point was, it was a lot of fun. So I think just making sure that we have that community always is what will, I think, get girls into chess and encourage them to stay in chess, because none of us want to have an activity that's not fun to do, right? Otherwise, it just becomes a chore. And the third C of the magic, so there's chess and there's community. I think the third C is competition. So you saw in this, I hope you saw that these girls are not afraid. And I think it was Coach Angel who said, punish all mistakes. He would say that, or Coach Russ, I don't know, punish all mistakes. And I love that, right? So this is not about, oh, just do whatever, don't make an effort, as long as we're all just having fun, it's cool. And that's important, but it's also important to sort of think about how you can get from being where you are to being really excellent, right? It's about the hard work, and it's about the competition, and it's about punishing all mistakes. And let me tell you, that was something I learned. It's not about punishing people, it's about punishing mistakes that people make or actions that people take. And so I love the competitive nature. And I think that's the other magic, that Her Move Next is not just about chess, and it's not just about community, but it also teaches you how to compete, how to win, and how to lose well, and how to not lose heart, and how to become better. And so I think these three sort of make up the magic of the whole movement. And I really hope that, next time we have the Zoom call, it's going to be 500 and then 5,000 and then 50,000 and so on. And it really becomes a sort of movement. This is just the beginning. So, as folks here on the screen, I really urge you to sort of go out there, make your own community, find your community, find your competition, especially for the young girls out here. I want to tell you, own the competition. Like, do not be apologetic. It's a really important part of it. And I hope you find it in chess. So chess, community, competition, the sort of three magic C's of Her Move Next. And there's one more C, which I have absolutely cannot lay claim to, which is cool. So I'm told I am not cool, but I know there are two young women here who are extremely cool and part of that's the fourth C of Her Move Next, at least of the girls, which is Maya and Chloe, who are going to take over the Q&A section of that. So with that, I'll just say, how inspired I am. And I personally, I'm very excited to start to do some of the stuff to spread this movement around. I'd ask all of us to do this, to play chess in this community with the competitive spirit and be cool. So Chloe and Maya, I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right, thank you so much. That was really great. All right, so I think we have some of the people who appeared in the film here with us today, which is super exciting. I hope you're all really excited. So we have some questions for them. We're gonna have a bit of a Q&A with those panelists, and then we're gonna open it up to questions for you guys to ask. So I think, Maya, if you wanna get started.
Sorry, I was muted. My bad. So the first group of questions that we have is for Chloe. If Chloe is here with us, hopefully Chloe is here. So our first question for Chloe is, how has your experiences at Her Move Next furthered your passion for chess?
So I actually go to a middle school called IS 318 now, and it specializes, it has a chess program. Angel actually went there, Coach Angel. And I think that this all started because of the girls' team, because Ben wanted me to start playing, and they all just came together after that.
That's awesome. So how has chess changed your perspective on everyday life? Have some aspects of chess helped you, you noticed helped you in life?
I think, so even though we're in COVID-19, I'm still going to chess tournaments, and honestly, I have a feeling it's one of the few things that's keeping me sane right now, being able to go out and actually do something. But I just really love chess. It's part of my school curriculum, and I don't really have like a...
So Chloe plays the tournaments that ICN puts on at 4:30 pretty much every day, and she's usually FaceTime with Simone, who is her bestie, and half the time they end up playing each other anyway. And once in a while, I would walk by and I would feel that they're speaking a third language. It's like bishop this, rook that, and it's amazing to see this whole different dynamic between the girls. It's friendship, but it's competitive. It's supportive, but it's challenging. it is an opportunity for them to think beyond themselves and to a lot of times try things and then fail at them and then be able to cope with it and say like, hey, I tried that tactic. I cannot believe it just absolutely just blew up in my face and I got checkmated, but I'm okay with that because I tried something new. And I find as anybody, or especially as a woman or as a teenager, it's really hard sometimes to put your heart out and to try something new and sometimes be punished for it and then be like, you know what, I'm cool. I'm just gonna review it. I'm gonna learn what I did wrong and I'm gonna do it better the next time. So to see that kind of a achievement and drive, I think it's amazing. And only chess, because with math it's kind of easier. You got it wrong. Like there is no other options. With chess, you had other options. The computer can give you suggestions, or your friend can give you suggestions of what you could have done better.
Yeah, that is very nice. I agree with that. And I love how it seems to have strengthened the 3Cs, the competition community in chess. So we will now, thank you so much, Chloe. We will now move on to our next questionee.
All right, so I have some questions for Rose. All right. So Rose, few can say that they helped carry their team to a national championship, especially while still in elementary school. So when you and Chelsea Prep and the under-8 team won that first place trophy at Girls Nationals in 2017, I know it was a while ago, but what was that experience like for you? Were there any big takeaways that you can share with us?
Well, the experience was for winning with my teammates, and was like thrilling that we could do it all as a team. And at the same time, I was very excited and also just a little bit shocked. I wasn't shocked of how my teammates, but how we were all able to pull it together and when not like how I was not only to get a good score by myself, but with multiple people.
Absolutely. And do you have any words of wisdom for anyone who's considering playing chess on a national level?
Just don't give up, because if you lose one game, don't start crying, don't want to quit chess. Just keep going, because one game is not going to affect you. All you have to do is review it and move on. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be a grandmaster.
Well said. Thank you.
All right, so thank you for the wisdom words. Now we will move on to Simone. So we saw in the documentary, we saw how you attended. There was this girls' nationals, although there was snowy storms and flight cancellations, and it ended up being a pretty lengthy drive, I believe.
Yeah.
So how was that? Why was it so important? You know, even though with all the storm, you still were able to get there. It was fun in the end, I hope.
Well, like, I really like going to the nationals, not just like competing on like a national level, and also just like kind of competing as a team and as like, I don't know, just like being together and kind of just like moving forward from there. And I feel like it's just like, I think it's like the competition kind of like is, I don't know, I think that's kind of one of the reasons why it's like so high competitive, and then you're able to do it like not by yourself, you're able to do it with a team. And why it's important that we got there is because I just feel like I don't know, maybe that I would be missing out, maybe that I'd be missing out from like hanging out with my friends, but also like there's very few moments like that you're able to feel just like that high competition and just like just powering through with your family and your friends. And I think it's a kind of hard experience to kind of like note, because you'd have to be there in person to really experience it. But I think it was just important that we got there, because this is like happens only a couple times a year, and it's just a really, and even through even like through rain, weather, or storm, I was able to get there and even have like fun times on that trip with Sophia and my sisters, and also getting there. It was just, I thought it was a really fun experience, like total.
That sounds perfect. So thank you for elaborating on what participating in these tournaments means to you. Out of curiosity, was the way home back better? Any better? Maybe, maybe not. The trip back.
Yeah, the way back, we've done like a couple of these trips, so it wasn't very uncommon for us. And we've even like gone one back time with like a bunch of people all in a van, and that one was really fun. And I guess going back, like, it kind of isn't as fun like going back unless you're like with friends and family, like to also like kind of like continue the experience. But it just like, I mean, it happened, and then it's kind of like bittersweet. You went through it, and yeah, so it's.
I know you have many more to come,
yeah,
which is great. Thank you, Simone.
All right, I'm going to Abigail. So Abigail, in the film, we see the moment that you were inducted into Chelsea Prep's Chess Hall of Fame. So what was that moment like for you?
I guess it was a time when I was like really proud of what I was able to accomplish, and not only was I proud of like myself, but I was really happy that I was able to experience it with my friends, not just my teammates, but my friends, the people that I was always with, the people that I was able to connect with, I guess. And I was really happy that they were able to be there, not to see me really, but because they were the people that helped me get to that place. So yeah, they were the people that supported me throughout the journey to that place, and I was just really happy to be with them.
Awesome. Do you have any advice for other players who might be on their way to working towards surpassing that 1,000 rating threshold?
Okay. Well, one thing that I will say is that it's very nerve-wracking when you're going into a game. There's a lot of butterflies in your stomach, but it just makes ending the game, I guess, it just makes it more fun. So I guess it's like, even if you feel really nervous, just know that that's part of the game. That's what makes it fun. So it's not just you, everyone goes through that. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, awesome. Now we will move on to Alia. So in the film, we saw that you had this spectacular, looking chess-themed birthday celebration, which I found really cool because I did one of those when I was younger as well. So why was it so important to you that, your birthday celebration, which happens once every year, it's this big thing, reflected your passion for chess, and, how was that decided upon? And it shows that you are really passionate for the game of chess.
Well, I think I wanted to do it because the first time I went to Rose and Simone's house and we had a lot of fun. So I just thought it would be fun again too. And birthday parties are always fun. So having that plus a party would be fun, I guess.
So the sense of community was really nice with the chess,
Yeah.
So do you have any tips, a more lighthearted question? Do you have any tips for others considering a chess-themed celebration?
I guess just don't make it like a lesson. Don't think about it like a chess lesson, and think about it more like a party with chess.
Like a chillax party, laid back, having fun with chess. All right, awesome.
All right, so we've heard from some of our really, really awesome players. I think they gave some really awesome answers. So quickly, we actually have a few questions for one of our coaches, Coach Angel. So first, what motivates you to return to the demo board every lesson and encourage these kids to cultivate and further their passion for chess?
I would say, just seeing the enthusiasm and the love they have for the game, and sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes I have students who I've taught that didn't accept the game at first, and things like that also push me to to want to be there more and to try to get them to love the game. When I first learned how to play, I wasn't too crazy about it, honestly. And it took me about, I would say, like 4 months, maybe 5 months before I started liking chess. And I was always told to give it a shot. So it's not only seeing the kids who love it, but also seeing the kids that don't give it a shot, who don't want to give it a shot, and try to get them to give it a shot. Stuff like that also pushes me to be there.
So in the film, you also mentioned that you hope your students will continue their love for the game. Why do you think, I think you touched on this a little bit, but why do you think that chess is important for students like those that you coach at Chelsea Prep?
Well, I feel like we learn a lot of life lessons through chess, and learning it through chess allows us to learn it at a young age, which will then sometimes I don't know how crazy the parents are about this, but sometimes the kids kind of grow up faster. They become more mature, and yeah. What was the other part of that question? I'm sorry.
I think you got it. I think it's why do you think that chess is important for students like those you coach at Chelsea Prep, I think?
Oh yeah. So basically the life lessons. And also I was told this when I was younger by older people who played chess, that your friends you make in chess are gonna be some of your best friends throughout your entire life. So I always taught that to the girls also, and I'm seeing now that it is true. Not only in my life, but I'm seeing these girls are still keeping in contact and are still friendly with each other. And also as a coach, I was extremely happy to see Chloe go to 318. It's a great school. I feel like not everyone gives it a chance. It's a little far, but seeing her go there, actually made me feel very good. I don't know if I think I've mentioned it to her. It shows me she's continuing chess at any cost. Traveling from Manhattan to Brooklyn to go to school every morning and evening is not easy. So just things like that, not taking anything away from any of the other girls. They also continue playing chess, but the fact that she went to my alma mater where I actually learned how to play chess was pretty big for me.
And I know that you have a lot of experience playing chess. Keeping that in mind, I'm wondering, has working with Her Move Next furthered your passion for your knowledge about chess in any ways? And if so, which ways?
Yeah, I would say in trying to get more female chess players to play chess. Anytime I see a girl in chess, I make it my duty to make sure we know each other very well after we meet, and that they have a different outlook on the game afterwards. So I'll say that's basically it.
Great. And just lastly, what do you think has been the most rewarding aspect of coaching this Chelsea Prep team?
I would say relationships. And I'm not a parent, as most of you guys know. So seeing these girls grow up and kind of being able to mold them a certain way through chess and through our talks about life, stuff like that really, really push it.
Thank you so much, Coach Angel.
Thank you.
All right. So before I turn it over to you all for any questions that you'd like to ask our panelists, I have one last question, and it's for two people who are responsible for putting this event together. So for Coach Russ.
Sorry, can we ask Ian Phillips, who's our amazing director? We got to put him on the spot. Could you make up a question and ask him, because he's in the building? Ian, I hate to do it to you, but you show up, you got to be on the hot seat. So could you girls maybe come up with a question? I'd like to hear from him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this can absolutely apply for this as well.
Yeah.
So I think our question for you then is, so for anyone who hasn't heard, the film that you all viewed this evening is now an award-winning documentary. So in 2018, the Her Move Next film was the recipient of the Feminista Film Festival's People's Choice Award. So Ian, in your eyes, what does that recognition mean for the future of Her Move Next and girls in the chess world?
Sorry, can you repeat? What does the film mean for what? I lost you on that last part.
What does that recognition mean for the future of Her Move Next and girls in the chess world?
Well, the recognition specifically is not, I mean, I think it was a really nice gesture, especially because the Feminista Film Festival is an international film festival. So that film festival took place in London. And I know that I wasn't able to attend, but we had some of the parents and the kids and Coach Angel and Russ went out there. And I think it makes it a global movement, right? I mean, this is kind of ironically, we were ahead of the curve in making girls chess, famous or at least not famous, but popular on a worldwide scale before Queen's Gambit came along, right? And now we're seeing that women's chess actually has an international presence behind it. It wasn't, and New York City again has led the way with this school in Chelsea. So getting that kind of global recognition, I think, was extremely flattering. It made it less of just a local story and more of a global story. And it shows that Her Move Next as a movement, as Russell likes to call it, has the reach, the potential has only begun to be fulfilled. Right now, it's starting to really pick up steam because of the Queen's Gambit, because we're home a lot more. Chess is the perfect kind of COVID activity. I'm really, really excited for the future of women's chess, and I'm glad that our film was made when it was made. And I just want to say hi to my mom because she's on the call right now.
Thank you so much. All right, I think with that, we're ready to open it up to any questions. So if anyone here has any questions, I think let us know.
Maybe they can raise their little blue hand and I can unmute them if someone has a question.
Sounds good.
Yes, Arco.
So I was wondering about how all this happened basically, cause how the video was made, and I was wondering a little bit about it because it's a really, really cool video and everything. It's really nice. It shows a lot of things, and I really, really liked it. So I was wondering how is it made?
Thank you, Arco. Does anybody want to jump in on that?
I think that's a great question from Arco. We had actually seen a movie before, to inspire the team, the Her Move Next team. We saw a movie from Ian Phillips, the Queens of Brooklyn, and we thought that was very inspirational. And Ian, can you share, because you did all the work, you spent many hours with us. Can you share your thoughts on how this movie was made? Because but I know your original movie was what got us to connect with you.
Yeah, so a little backstory. I had a relationship with some people at Vice. If you guys have ever watched Vice, probably not the kids, but some of the parents in the room might have. And they wanted to do a story about kids in New York, and I pitched them this school in Brooklyn, 318, where Angel went, where Chloe now goes. They had and probably continue to still have one of the best chess programs in the country. They were the subject of the Brooklyn Castle feature documentary. And I learned that they had these girls there, similar to 318, but on a similar to Chelsea Prep, but on a much, much smaller scale. There were these group of 4 or 5 girls that were just amazing. So I ended up doing a little short piece about that. And then the Chelsea Prep parents, I think, saw that and approached me with their own team. And they said, we have a similar kind of a story, but in Manhattan, and it's a little bit bigger and it's growing. And would you want to come into school? And, my first thought was, as a filmmaker, I kind of done this before, right? Maybe this is not really worth revisiting. But as soon as I went to school and I saw the girls and how many of them there were and their dynamic and how much younger they were than the middle school girls, I thought, okay, this is really special. And then it came from there. It came from Russ. It came from the parents. And we ended up just spending a lot of time together that year, going to tournaments. I wasn't able to go to the nationals because we didn't get permission to film. So I had one of the parents kind of film Rachel's mother, I think it was, and she did an amazing job and got some video footage while they were out there, not only during the tournament, but while they were obviously coming and going. And it turned out to be a much more dramatic film than I thought. There were ups and downs. Coach Angel had a little bit of a setback towards the end, and I really loved it. I loved the whole experience, and I'm available to do a third chess documentary if anybody's interested. But yeah, I love the experience, and it's great seeing everybody and how fast you guys are all growing. I don't even recognize some of the girls anymore. They're so big now. But hi to everybody.
Russ,
Ben,
we have
sorry, yeah, I was saying if you had a couple of words, and then I'll introduce the Blitz tournament so we can get some games going. It's almost 8, so I think we can stay fairly on schedule. Maybe we'll shoot the Blitz at 8:05 and maybe just kind of have a couple of closings. Is Sophia D on the call? Because she was a big part of the movie. I don't know. I know she showed tonight. Is she here? Sophia, do you want to raise your hand? Does she have a little blue hand? I'd like to hear from her if she is here.
She's here. I can unmute her.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I couldn't hear if you were saying my name or someone else's name.
Yeah, put your camera on. We want to see you.
Yes, we
Sorry,
want to see you.
Sorry, I'm in a car because I'm going to a friend's house, so it was really laggy.
Okay. So Sophia, I got a question for you.
It's dark. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
It's dark.
Can you tell everybody what it meant to you to be part of the chess team?
Well, it was really nice because you could like play a game, and it was fun to like play a game, and I realized I feel like I took it for granted a lot because now like I would do anything to go back and play again. Because it was really fun, like not only to just like have fun in the team room and stuff, but it was also really fun to just play competitively.
Thank you. I think we all agree with you. We want to get back out there. Thank you, Sophia D. All right. Ben, do you have any closing words before I start the Blitz?
Yes, I wanted to mention the one thing in this film that really resonated with me was what Chloe said. She specifically said in the movie, chess brings people together no matter what problems they have. So, and I think in these times right now, chess is, that's one of the reasons why it's growing. It's not just a game, it's you're interacting with your opponent, you have your team, you're practicing, you're experiencing. And when you put it all together, chess over the board, even remote, it's a powerful component, I guess, in establishing bonds and friendships. And you saw it in the movie. And I even said it, I said, we were becoming a family. They were here every Friday night at one point. They were practicing during the day at school, in class, after school, team, and getting, when they were competing on a national level. It was so inspiring just to watch it. And I really think, everyone who's here tonight with us, I know we're all about to go to watch a little Blitz play, but get your friends together, create teams, participate, and you don't have to just play chess. We have a lot of the girls who coach, who are tournament directors. They participate in so many different ways. They write about it, and when you're part of this, when Neil hit on perfectly, she said that this is a community, and that's what we went from this movie to trying to create hermovenext.com, our website, and trying to create this movement. It's because it's a community and it's self-sustaining, and when you participate, you see what can happen. It's just a great experience. And Russ, you want to?
Yeah, thanks, Ben. So I'm gonna introduce Jenny. She's gonna have things, but okay. I want to say how proud I am of you see this little girl in my arms. She played in her first tournament ever today. Was her debut in a competitive chess tournament, and as someone that's been training for so long, to see this little one, my little Her Move Next, it's so special to be part of this whole thing and seeing her, that it germinate and prosper and benefit so many of our girls, including my own family. So today was a special day to be here with you guys, and in my own life to see my daughter become part of Her Move Next herself. So that's great. Jenny, if you're on the call, could you just maybe unmute and give the instructions so we can start the chess tournament?
Can I say one more thing, guys, man?
Yeah, go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, I just want to shout out all the boys. I actually didn't know any boys were coming here today to watch this, and I think it's important for boys to see how important chess is for the girls as well, and to continue to try to get them to play. I think that also falls on the job of friends, sharing game with other girls. And also, I just wanted to speak really quick on the end of the movie. I know Simone says that she's working on not being afraid anymore, and that it sounded silly. But let me tell you guys something. Before then, Simone was battling at the board where she was always afraid to take chances and do things of that nature. Let me tell you guys, she absolutely transformed into like this unstoppable force that was not afraid of anything anymore. Not only on the chessboard, but I actually saw her grow into, she's fearless. She's completely fearless now. And I'm sure maybe Ben sees this at home and Siobhan and them, but it's something I noticed, and I take that a long way. And I think that's something that should be spoken about because, all those little things count.
Thanks, Coach. Jenny, are you on the call? Jenny, I think I saw you pop in. Jenny, are you here? Hey, Jenny, I'm gonna unmute you. So, Jenny, do you want to just give a quick update? Just maybe dump in the playing platform and the accounts. We can get started. Hopefully, we can start the tournament momentarily. Jenny, are you with us?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to just give us a quick instructions? Are you going to be able to place the usernames in the portal and just kind of walk us through how to get started?
I can't share the link to everyone in chat.
Oh, because you're not
Ben
host?
shared it. Ben shared it.
Yeah. And does that have the usernames in it as well, Ben? I'm gonna put it in the chat as well.
Yeah, I'm starting to put in the usernames. I'll do that right now.
I just put it in, Ben. It's there. It's in the Google Doc. Yeah.
It's in the Google. Okay, so
guys, if everybody clicks on the link, I'm gonna put it now. Click on the link. Once you get in, put your username and password, which is in the Google Doc as well. Hit join the tournament, and we're gonna have 4 rounds of fun Blitz chess. Hopefully, you guys enjoy a little action, as it were. And thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. It's great to see everybody, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the film, and thank you for everybody that participated, all the work that went into making tonight special. I have my parents, Ian, you have your folks that came. My parents came from, they were here when we had the original showing back in Chelsea Prep years ago. Now they're here tonight. It's just such a nice opportunity to have everybody together. So thank you for all the coming, and click on the link. If you're not playing the Blitz tournament, you guys enjoy your night. If you are playing the Blitz tournament, feel free to stay here. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to get started with the tournament. All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you for having me.
All right. So everyone, you can stay on if you have some troubles getting on, but we'll share the screen. So
as you guys can see, I'm going to pull up the tournament. Here's what it looks like. It's called the 8 p.m. Blitz. You guys can join in. Right now we have, let's see how many players are currently in. We have 12 players. I'll give you guys a couple more minutes.
Coach Russ, can I log out of that one and then log into the TD account so I have access to the back end?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh.
Okay, is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now we have how many players we have? It's still loading up. We have 16 players. That's great. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to start the tournament in. I'll give you guys another 1 more minute. So we're going to start in 1 minute. If you guys missed the first round, you can still join, and you can play the rest of the tournament. We're going to start in 1 minute. Okay.
And to those who are not participating, thank you so much for showing up. And we're gonna be at this again in January with a lot more exciting news.
Where's Sophia D? Are you here on the call? Can you unmute yourself? Jenny, I think Sophia wants to play. Does she have a do we have a filler account that she can use to join?
Yes. Let me.
Oh, so we need one more player then?
Well, I think that Sophia wants to play.
Yes. So should I get Estelle then? So we got 18.
Well, yeah, Estelle could play, but does Estelle have an account ready to go? Oh, you know what? Jenny, what we can do is let's get Sophia and Estelle to play in round 2. It's just a Blitz tournament. So get them sorted. I'm going to start the first round, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Buckley?
I forgot my username for ICN.
All right, well, just Glenn, put it in the chat. Coach Jenny will help, okay? We have 4 rounds, so you can probably play round 3. I'm gonna start. Coach Jenny, do I have your permission to start?
Yes, you could start.
Okay, good. Good luck, guys. If you didn't play this round, you can start next round. No problem.
You're drawing on the screen.
It's okay.
Sophia D, your username is Sophia D. Password ICN. Glinton, yours will be Glinton. Let me check on yours, Glinton.
Coach Ginger, are you in the house?
Yes.
Hey, where's Coach Ginger? Is he still here?
Yeah,
do you want to commentate a little bit?
Sure.
We have some live games. They should be here when I start round 1.
Oh, okay.
And Jacob, please don't write on the board. It's unnecessary. Thank you that you can spell my name, though. I appreciate it. All right, good. The guys, let's go. The show started, guys. Good luck.
Ooh. So we have Simone's playing Alia. Patrick and Avery. Okay. And we have Rosie versus Argo.
All right, the 2 new friends, Sophia D, that's your username. Glinton, yours is Glinton B, all right? Password is ICN, that's it, 3 letters, lowercase.
Mr. Buckley. All right, guys, the games are underway.
Coach, we got a lot of strong players playing tonight. We got some young monsters. We got Elliott Goodrich from Lower Lab in the house. We got Daniel from Chelsea Prep. Brian from Chelsea Prep. Brian, yeah, Brian's very strong. Rosie, Simone, Arco. Arco's a young monster. Not a very young monster, a bigger monster. Avery. Oh, Avery's here. She's getting good too.
She is.
Yeah, she's getting very good.
Patrick's getting aggressive on that game, pushing the bishop back. We have Chloe and Indira. That's gonna be good.
That's heavyweight.
Nice.
Everyone who wants to play is playing.
Is everybody good? Can you put the link in the chat? Oh, I think Jacob's trying to get in.
Right, Jacob, your username is the same as before. Jacob.
What Jacob is that?
Jacob Harris.
Jacob Harris.
Oh, okay, guys, can you please stop just writing on the screen, Jacob?
Coach Russ, do you know how to turn off annotation?
And Tiger.
Well, I'm gonna do something better. I'm gonna remove him from the room if he does it again. All right, Jacob. Guys, don't write on the wall, please. Everybody can see it.
Jacob, yours is Jacob H. Baruch.
I like to leave them on and show who's doing it too. It helps them work on their discipline.
I'm surprised Zoom allows one person to write on a wall everybody can see. You know?
There's some interesting games.
But you know who was guilty of doing it during the movie? The girl on my back.
That was her?
we caught her.
I was wondering who was doing it. Oh, it's funny.
No, I'm just kidding. We got her.
Where is she?
She's hiding. Larissa, Chloe's so serious, huh?
Chloe's not playing. Chloe is not playing games. That girl is serious.
You know, it's so crazy to see all the girls in that movie that are still came tonight. They're still playing chess, you know, and still not only playing, but improving.
Jacob, the link is
you know?
the link is in the chat, Jacob. Let me resend it.
And I thought that Joyce and I saw her on the call. I didn't get a chance to see her, but she was here, I believe.
Yeah, she was here. She wrote to me. I think her invitation.
You know, it was funny what what Sophia D said, how we took it for granted when we could just go and play and be together, huh?
Yes, it changes once you leave. Once you leave that.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, leaving, but just the whole situation we've been in, we haven't been able to see each other.
All right.
Party.
Right.
Not anybody yet. I joined late. Second round, I'll play.
Yeah.
Coach Angel, if you could just message Jacob the default password.
Yeah.
So I don't have to shout it out.
Jenny, are you a host, Jenny?
No, I'm not.
Oh yeah, I can make you a host that you can message him.
Thank you.
Jacob is not in this meeting.
Oh.
He must have left. I tried to send him the password. He said, I can't draw on the screen. I'm out of here. Tiger, you need to get in. Tiger, sign on. Join this link. I'm going to send you the link and log into the tournament, Tiger.
And coach, they just published, I don't know, Ben, I'm sure you saw it. They just published today the all-girls state championship coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was yesterday, yeah.
Is it on US Chess?
Yeah, no, I think that if you look at Little House of Chess, they put some dates out there. You know, it's so good, Angel, to see is Alia getting back into the game.
Yes.
You know, when she graduated 33, when she left to go to India, she was rocking it. Remember, I think she went 6-0 in Saratoga.
She had just jumped from I think 300 or 600 to 1200.
Yeah, I think she got into the 1300s, and she might have been in the second grade.
Yeah, it was actually 1300.
She was in the top 5 in the United States, you know, and now she's competing again, so it's great.
Rosie and Arco are in a battle here.
That one scene from the Chess in the Schools tournament when every single girl we had did well. That was hilarious. You know, they say when it rains, it pours, right?
Right. Oh, man. Alexander now was playing a nice game. He hung checkmate in one.
Russ, is the girls' state championships, is that going to be remote, or are they planning to have it?
No, it's going to be virtual. I think they're going to use ICC. You can check out Danny Rhodes' email out today or yesterday.
They haven't canceled the girls' nationals yet, so.
In Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben, you turn the recording off for the film.
No, it's still recording.
Oh, it is, okay. Nothing.
I think the recording is there to catch any cheating or mistakes.
Glenn, am I going to see you on Sunday, Glenn?
Maybe.
Don't go canceling on me just because you got a little snow.
Yeah, I know that. I actually went ski sledding yesterday. It's when you stand up on a sled.
Glenn's my guy. He always shows up. I see him on Sunday.
Mr. Buckley.
Glenn, you come by the park?
What?
You come by the park and see Coach Russ on Sunday, right?
Yup.
I saw you had a good game. You were playing, I think, Lev. Weren't you playing Lev? Or were you playing Boyan last week?
I think I was playing Lev, and I won twice against him, but he beat me like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, Angel, that kid can play. Lev is very good.
Yeah. That kid's gonna be a monster.
Yeah, he's good.
Lev is gonna be really well.
Is Lev better than Jude?
No.
Well, Lev's only in first grade.
Yeah, Lev's also 4 years younger. He's really good. I mean, really, really good.
Coach, let's look at that. Is that Simone and Alia game over?
Yeah, it looks like Simone won.
Coach, you want to share you can share your screen if you have, and you can look at the games if you want. I think you're a host. You know how to get into the back end, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up first.
Yeah, you can share your screen, Coach. We have Alexander Nah here. Indira. Indira's like, I don't know if you've been watching her. She's one of the superstars of the last 9 months. She's pushing. I think she's almost pushing like 1,400, if not more.
Wow.
Yes, and all of our, maybe more. Let me just look it up because I think that
Arco and Rose are in a battle here. Oh
yeah,
man, it's going down to time.
Indira's 1,384. She's almost 1,400.
Nice. Oh, there's no increment. So Arco wins the battle. And it looks like the round is over.
It is okay. So I'm gonna start the second round, Coach.
Estella's joining, so if we need another.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, guys, we're gonna start round number 2.
Okay, Russ.
Okay, Russ, what?
Simone raised her hand.
He's ready for round 2.
Start round 2. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Clinton, what time is it?
Buckley time. Or let's change the joke to 8:20.
Simone raised her hand. Simone, what's up? I think someone wants to say something.
I don't know, but like my cousin Murray, she joined last round, but it said like it's like out of that part where people join when you go to players.
Yeah, it's fine. We have 1, 2. All right, so Mia, Tiger, Glinton, Sophia D.
Is there like a limit for how many people?
No, they're all ready to join the next round. If you look at my screen, they just had a half bye first round.
But Murray, she joins, but she didn't get to play. It said like because when you go, it said that she joined, but she's not there.
All right, let me just take a double check real quick.
Oh, it's lowercase.
If you keep.
She's not on the players list here.
Yeah, but it says that she joined on my screen. If you scroll down. Yeah, it says that she joined, but she's out of there.
All right, wait, give me a second. Let me. Russ, don't start it yet.
Oh no?
Yeah, wait. You already did it?
No, I didn't start it yet. Jenny, are you on the call?
Let me exit her. I'm gonna exit her and put her back in.
I'm pressing complete. And it's just okay, good. So I'm
wait, don't start.
Okay. We have 4 new players joined. Well, actually, we need an extra player. We have 21 players right now.
Yeah, I'm getting.
Murray.
Control F, Coach Angel.
Control F. Oh yeah.
Search.
Control F, and then it said M. It was MAI, right?
Yeah, REA.
REA. All right, I'm gonna put her back in. And
wow, 1593 players are supposed to join.
All right, she's in. She's ready.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay.
But it says we have 23 players.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna pair the next round.
All right. Someone's gonna get a bye, guys.
That's just how it goes, right?
No biggie. It'll be the last one you get. All right, let's see live games.
All right, let's do it. Round 2. Let's do it.
There we go.
No biggie.
Ooh.
Oh wow, Simone versus Avery.
Simone gets through Avery and gets to the big boss.
Avery's the future of the, she's like Lower Lab also has had a powerhouse girls team for many years. All the strong girls that came out of Lower Lab, it's crazy.
Oh wow, the sisters are playing each other.
Who, Rosie Simone?
May Reed and Siobhan. The cousins are playing each other. Sophia D is in the building. Let's see what we have here. Indira against Alia. That's going to be a good one. So we have checkmate threatened on F2, but knight C7's up in the air too. This is theory. What's going to happen? And rightfully takes the bishop. King D8, protecting a pawn. What does white do next? This is a very, very weird position, but it's definitely theory. All right, looks like Elias is going for some fried liver stuff over here, but the bishop's not lined up with the knight.
Elias bit off more than he could chew.
Whoa, what just happened there? Am I seeing
Because you got to watch out for Coach Angels. You got to watch out for now.
Wait, whose turn is it in? Avery versus Elias. I mean, Elliott versus Elias. Is Elias winning a piece here? Is that what's going on? Oh, I don't know what's going on. This is a little slow, but it looks like Elias is winning a piece. Avery says no.
Yeah, no way.
Sophia D has a very nice center. It looks like she's gonna build upon it. So who taught Simone's cousins how to play? It looks like they're doing okay. Was that you guys, Simone and Rosie? Rockstar Rosie, she's back.
Back.
All right, let's see. Chloe versus Daniel. Brian and Devin Fung.
I wonder who'd win.
I wonder who's gonna win.
Or it might be a draw.
Possibly. Very possible.
No biggies.
No biggies. Tiger is in the building. I was expecting to see Tiger today.
Where does Tiger go to school?
PS 150, I want to say. I could be wrong.
158?
158.
158.
Yeah, Tiger spent the summer with
You know the number one. Angel, you know the number one girl under 8 years old in the country is?
Is it Megan Paragua?
Paragua.
That girl's a monster.
Yeah, she's
that girl.
She's going, huh?
Yeah, I was talking to her dad, and he's like, man, she just like eats, sleeps, and breathes chess, like puzzles. She's a puzzle, like she does puzzle before dinner, after dinner, before taking a shower, before
I think
bed.
she's like 1,500 or something crazy.
Yeah, she worked very, very hard. And listen, when you put the work in, you will reap the rewards. So it's like Estelle needs to build on the F7 pawn. It looks very weak.
Just going for a Sicilian kingside attack.
Who said that?
I did.
Are you commentating on your own game, Clinton?
Yeah, basically.
Oh man. Let me see what I can get from them.
Hey, Coach Russ, I'll see you on Sunday.
Thanks, Coach. Have a good night.
Night.
Night, Jenny.
Thank you.
Night, Coach Angel.
Thank you so much, Jenny.
You're welcome, Ben.
Angel, that was nice that that we had Ian show up, huh?
Yeah. Very nice. I haven't seen Ian in some time now, man.
Yeah.
Well, he had a wonderful vision for the movie, and it's incredible how he put everything all together to make it.
Okay, Estelle won her game.
Well, he's like an artist, you know, Ben. He just knew how to put it all together.
Yeah.
No biggies, remember.
Is there a page where parents can just watch all the games, online?
Yeah.
or-
Have them on here.
I'll put it in the chat, Ben. Here. You guys want to watch the games? You just click on the link I just sent.
Look at this game, Mia and Glinton. This is a good one. The battle on the H file.
Yeah, Mia's no joke. Mia came out of the tough girls program out of PS11,
Mm-hmm.
and then went to bases. But PS11's got a great chess girls program. They were right there, top national competitors. Players like Sabella, Hilda, Hilme, Mia, Indira, Nanau, all these girls. Emma Fu,
Mira.
That's right. They have a lot of players.
Look at this game between the two cousins. Look at this. And my Reed's playing pretty fast. She has 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. She's going for the king. Simone, did you teach your cousins how to play?
Yeah.
They're doing pretty good. I'm impressed. You did a good job.
We got people from Boston playing here.
Boston in the house.
Yeah.
Chloe, who's the top 4 players at IS 318 right now? Chloe.
What grade?
What?
What grade are you talking about?
No, the whole school.
Whole school?
In the whole school, who's the top 4?
Wyatt's like 1900, Ayushma's like 1800, and then Emma and Dana and me and Kelsing are about the same rating, so it's kind of, we're all just.
What about Nora? Did Nora graduate?
Oh yeah, Nora. Yeah, she. I don't think she's there anymore. She's expert, right? She's over 2,000.
Yeah, I think she may have graduated. I think she only went for 1 year, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so what we got here? Let's go up here. Looks like Arco is putting the finishing touches on that game. Simone delivers the
They call
win.
Arco the Iron Man. Arco's played more tournaments than any other player, I think, in our league, online league.
Arco is a machine.
He's a machine. That's it. He's a machine.
Uh-oh, look at this game, me and Glinton. Glinton's quiet.
Yeah,
He's
but
focused.
I'm in the surprise. Material's about equal, but it's the battle of the H file and the attacks.
Mm-hmm. Four. Not bad. Not bad. It's actually an excellent game here.
Wow, you got Indira versus Alia. Now, it looks like Alia's got the knight, but Indira's got 2 extra pawns. You see that, Coach?
Yep, let's see what happens here. It looks, well, I'm not going to speak about the game, but
That was a close one.
that was very close, very close. Good fight, Mia.
Coach, Indira and Alia, they both have under 10 seconds left. It's like crazy.
I know, it looks, I don't know what's happening here. I just think they need to move fast. The faster player is going to win here. And Alia gets the win.
She flagged her?
Yeah, it was very, I mean, there was a lot of flags. We're going to see flags here for sure with no increment.
All right, guys, so
but that will prove it to be exciting.
we're going to round 3.
Yay!
Round 3, guys.
Guys, we're over the hump here. Let's do it. And right now, it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, in first place, we have Brian, Andre, Simone Morden, Arco, and Chloe. 4 players have 3-0 or 2-0. Sorry.
2 girls and 2 boys. The battle continues. So who's playing each other? Let's take a look at the live games. They will load shortly. Just hit a little refresh really quick. Then go to the live games and bam, they will be popping up.
Up. Just got my game.
Oh, and the games are on. So we have Arco versus Simone and Chloe versus Brian.
I would pay to watch that Arco Simone game.
You know what I would pay to watch? Simone versus Chloe in round 4 for the championship. That's gonna be a good one.
But no, but first Chloe's got to go.
They got to make it there. They both got to make it there.
It's rock solid.
I'm just saying something I would like to see, but they both got to get it there.
Brian Andre's rock solid. We'll see what happens. Oh wow, we got Sophia D versus Elliott. There you go.
Sophia D still remembers where the pieces go.
Sophia D was a monster. She was a machine.
Mm-hmm. Tigers, your turn, buddy. The game
Coach,
started.
At one point in that movie, we must have had 10 girls in the school over 1,000.
Right.
Right?
Shaban, your game also started. It's your turn.
Listen, I'll count all the girls that went over 1,000. Ready? Whitney, Joyshna, Alia, Simone, Rosie, Whitney.
You said when you're ready.
Sophia N, Sophia D, Charlotte. That's got to be 10 right there.
That's 8. We need 2 more.
I'm not even counting them all.
I know Reese was really close.
Oh, Reese, yeah.
Um,
Well, we can look it up. It's probably on the.
It's on the Hall of Fame.
Probably on the Hall of Fame, yeah. It is on the Hall of Fame. That's true. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna look at it right now. Matter of fact.
So we have Abigail, Simone. We have first was Charlotte, Abigail, Simone.
and Charlotte was the Connecticut state champion.
Huh.
Who else was on that 5th grade team?
All right,
Joyce.
so I got in front of me. Ready? So
I
you
think we have 9.
Simone, Rose, all right, Whitney, Chloe, Abigail, Charlotte, Sophia N, Joyshna, Alia,
Sophia D.
Sophia D.
That's 10.
That's 10?
Yep.
Right, there you go. That's it. Lucky number 10. And that was the year, you know what the year they all did it was? 2017. That was the magic year.
2017. Oh, look at Simone's bishops. Just slicing through the board, cutting the board in half. Queen well positioned, attacking the F5 pawn. Rook on open file. But Arco's fighting. He says we're going to fight bishops here. And it looks like Chloe and Brian went straight into an endgame.
Is Brian a 4th or 5th grader?
4th. I think he's 4th now.
Yeah, he's a hard-working player. He's gonna be good.
He plays a lot. He's very active. Let's see if Brian plays the correct move here. C3 is the correct move. Dinner's on the way.
You know, Russ, in 2017, Alia qualified with her rating for U.S. team.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, she had like a huge year.
Yeah,
Well, no, Alia peaked out at 1300 when she left 33. She's only 2nd grade at 1300 or whatever she was. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Because I remember that year we won the all-girls state championship, we won the all-girls city championship, and then we won the all-girls national championship that year. But you know that those tournaments became super competitive, though.
The nasty pin wins.
Yeah, 2000. Look at this. 2000. When we started school in 2016, Alia's rating was 398. She was 398, and then by November she got to 636. At the end of that school year, she was 1300.
I know.
That's 1,000 points in 1 year. I don't think we've ever seen that.
Yeah. No, she was on like she went to Saratoga.
That's less than a year, 1,000 points.
She 6-0 Saratoga. She went into the girls' state championship. I think she 5.5 and 5 that. Then she went to she had a couple of tournaments in a row.
That's insane.
Wait, remember? Didn't she come to the New York City championships and get 10 like played 2 days and won like a lot of points, or maybe something happened? I don't remember.
I think so, something like that.
But you know who's like, you can never sleep on this one player, Abigail. How tough she was over the board. Abigail hated to lose. Remember how upset she would get when she lost?
Yeah.
She took it tough on herself. She was competitive. What did Abigail get? Did she break 1,500?
Yeah. She broke it after she graduated. She kept going.
Tough match would be Simone versus Abigail.
Yeah, Abigail got to 1557. That's no joke.
Mm-hmm. So Elliott won. Wait, what happened round 3? Did Elliott go down? Did someone take Elliott out? Who took Elliott out? Let's go to pairings round 2.
I've won my first game. Nah, I don't know.
Oh, Elliott won his first game. Wait, is it round 1?
Oh, gosh, it gets hilarious.
Wait, Elliott lost to Daniel?
Yeah, but I'm organizing the turtle. When they're playing right now.
Coach, you saw this checkmate?
What one? What game?
You saw this game?
What one? Who's playing? What game?
Daniel, he beat Elliott in the first round.
First round.
It's a big upset. Yeah, I was wondering. I thought he won his first round. It was his second round. He had one.
Second round?
Okay, so what's going on here? Looks like Arco is up a piece. Looks like Arco's up a piece currently.
I'm up a clear 8 points.
Yeah.
I like that move by Simone. That was an excellent move by Simone, actually. Queen takes F5.
Wow, look at this Chloe versus Brian game. You see this? Is it going to be a draw?
Looks like, yep. It should be a draw. I don't know why Chloe hasn't started pushing that pawn right now.
Oh my goodness, not a draw, is it?
Nope. The
Nope.
pawn made it.
No biggie.
No biggie. Is that Buckley?
Yep.
What's up, my buddy?
I don't know, just playing my game and plucking off the pawns.
Why is she still here? Is she supposed to play?
They're playing. Chloe's playing.
Two-0.
All right, so Chloe won her game, and Arco won the game. So it looks like Arco versus Chloe in the last round. Arco versus Chloe in the last round.
That's a good one. Now I want to see where's Chloe?
Chloe's up here. She won.
Chloe, how you feeling about that, Chloe, for first place? You got this?
I actually just played Arco in the tournament today, so
Who won?
we drew.
Oh, this is the tiebreaker then. Oh, look at Rosie and Alia. They battling. Oh, man.
Wow.
This is a winning endgame for Alia.
You think so?
Yeah. And Rosie's down to 3 seconds.
That's the thing. See, with all these players, like you don't know how, like it's hard to say how far you could have went if you went all in all the time, you know. But it's you know, things, you know, you want to keep on pushing. You got to put so much into it every single day.
Mm-hmm. Even when you don't want to. Okay, looks like the round is almost done. We have 2 more games. Well, it's about to be 1 more game. It's about to be no games. Oh man.
Yeah, well, there's 10 of the games are finished. There's only 1 game left. Is the Devon game.
Devon and Tiger down to seconds. Well, it looks like White's checkmate. Oh no, I guess not. It looks like Tiger wins on time.
That's it. So let's do that. We're gonna get into the final round, folks. Like Coach Angels, I think it's Chloe and Arco playing for all the marbles.
So, guys, heading into the final round, Chloe is in first place in tie breaks over Arco. They both have 3 points. Glinton is right behind them with 2.5. So let's see how this shapes up.
All right, guys, here it is. Let's get it. Yeah, you called it. That's all right. That's it. That's the game. Chloe versus Arco. Arco's playing white.
I wonder what colors they had earlier. Look at Chloe. She's focused.
Come on, Chloe. Here's Arco. Good luck, Arco.
Arco's improved a lot, too.
No, he is. He's serious. He put a lot of work in the game. No question about it.
Final round, guys. Final round.
Did you order any
I still haven't seen Max. I gotta see Max before this day's over. Where are you? All right. So let's see his final game. Chloe versus Arco versus Chloe. This black to play, I believe. And Glitz is just wondering if he can sneak into the top 3. Glinton, can you sneak in, Glinton?
Yes.
Let's see if you can sneak in, sir. You got your hands full. You have Simone, and you need the top board to draw. If the top board draws and you can win your game, you will share a piece of first place. Oh, look at the battle of the Goodriches on board 4. What a surprise. It's a battle, it's a battle, it's a battle. Avery has improved a lot. She has definitely improved a lot. Two pieces, 2 rooks each. 5 pawns versus 6 pawns. Looks like Arco is currently up a pawn. And then what's going on Glinton's game? Glinton is trying to do some stuff over here. Knight to c6. Knight to c6. And Simone opts to take the knight. And now Glinton has some initiative on the c file. Can he use it to his advantage? Daniel's battling. He's trying. Daniel already has an upset of the knight. Upset of the night. All right, looks like Alia pulled off for the win, and Elliott checkmated his little sister. I believe Elliott coaches his sister too, which is a cool thing, guys. Glinton, you have a little sister?
I have an older sister.
Oh, you have an older sister. Did you teach her how to play chess?
She does, but she's not as good as me.
Okay.
Glenn shoots it straight, right?
straight as they come. He's gonna let you know exactly what's on his mind.
So look at the Chloe Arco game. It's really heating up.
Arco is up a pawn.
He's got that.
It's a pass pawn. It could be a weakness, but it could be a strength. Let's see. Oh no, it doesn't work. I thought Chloe had bishop h3. It does not work. It does not work for many reasons. Arco's tricky. He's a tricky player. He's tactical. Gotta watch out for him. He's no slouch. Who you got there in your lap?
Oh, that was Emmy.
Emmy,
get over here. Gotta get Emmy playing.
Hey, Emmy.
Hey, Emmy, what do you say, little buddy?
That smile. Benny's sleeping, huh?
She just turned 4.
Happy birthday.
She just turned 4 last week.
Happy birthday. I don't know.
Thank you.
She had a unicorn party.
Do you remember me, Emmy? You remember Coach Angel?
Yes.
Yes, that's my girl.
Yeah.
Where's Benny?
Yeah, Benny. Oh, Benny just went to sleep.
Benny went to sleep.
Oh, it's Benny's bedtime, huh?
Benny's getting into chess, though.
I saw a picture of you guys playing. I got up at like 4 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. First thing I saw was you guys playing.
Yeah. He likes it. He gets into it. He likes to play ball more. He grabs a basketball, football. He starts chucking it all over the place.
I saw the fist bump.
He's getting pretty active. Yeah. How many games we got left here? This tournament's winding down. This is 5 games left. Wow.
Or 4 games.
It's actually turned into a very competitive Blitz tournament, actually.
So let's take a look at the rankings. It's very close. I mean, they're playing for everything right now. Chloe and Arco playing for it all. And Glinton's trying to, cement his name in 3rd place. Or a tie for 1st, maybe. Who knows? He's trying. He's definitely trying. Glinton, you hyped?
Glinton's a legend.
I'm not tired yet.
I saw you hype. How you feel about this game you're playing?
Yeah.
Really good. I'm
right.
gonna try to pluck off the pawns.
Are you gonna try to pluck off the pawn? Don't tell her your ideas now.
Oh yeah, right.
You guys are going pluck for pluck.
Glinton's a legend. I remember Glinton for doing the most puzzles out of anybody at PS59.
Puzzle machine.
Use the machine.
Yep.
Are you still puzzle machine, Glizzy?
You know, we finished in the top 10 in the country in the open section, K1 National Championship with 3 players.
Oh yeah.
Micah Reese, Glinton Buckley, and Paulo.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Right.
3 boards. It's a 4-board tournament. We still finished in the top 10.
Yeah.
Impressive.
I still like puzzles, but I don't do it as much as I used to.
You gotta stay sharp, Glinton.
Yeah.
Your puzzles keep you sharp.
I do lessons on chess.com. That's how I stay sharp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't they run out of lessons?
I'm not sure about that.
Pretty sure they do.
I also have the Magnus trainer though, and that has the ultimate lessons, I think. Unlimited.
What about your chess kid lessons? Those are great.
Those are really good too. And I just got a membership because there was a problem with the K-12 nationals, so they refunded everybody and gave them a 4-month free gold membership on Chess Kid.
1 month?
Free 4 months.
Oh, 4 months. 4 months. Okay. Interesting.
Gotta hurry up. Oh.
Angel, did Chloe win it?
Oh man.
That
Looks
what
like
happened?
Chloe won. And I mean,
Chloe Stark?
she's
She
winning
won the Humble
position
Next
too.
tournament?
I mean, it's a draw. It should be a draw, but it's a nice win by her. Very nice win. Chloe, you go, girl.
You did it.
I'm doing the dance for you, girl.
Rankings. I finished third.
No, Glitzy, you didn't finish third. Those are not the final rankings, buddy. Simone raised her hand. Let's find Simone. And let's unmute her. Alia. Alia has the cat ears on. The only one. She's the only one who has them on.
So, Coach Angel, I think we're done. I think I don't know if you look at the final standings. We can go over it quickly, and then we call it a night. We're almost at 9 o'clock.
I just wanted to talk.
Simone, yeah, I just unmuted her. I saw her hand was up.
Coach, you got the standings on the thing to share? I guess
Congratulations, Chloe.
See what pops up. All the games done?
Yeah, let's do standings.
Final standings. Let's do it. Bam, guys. And today's champion for the 8 p.m. Blitz her move next is Chloe.
Chloe.
Second place.
Hey, Chloe.
Clear first. Very clear 4 out of 4. Second place, we have Simone, 3 out of 4. And third place, we have Arco, 3 out of 4. Elliott right behind them. Brian and Alia all shaped it out with 3 out of 4. Good job, guys.
Great job, Chloe.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for coming. It was so nice to hang with you guys tonight. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. On Sunday, we have our great championship for those that want to play. We'll see you guys there. We're going to start on Sunday at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Chloe. All right, guys. Good night. I'm going to close the room, guys.
All right, guys. Thanks
Good night,
for coming.
Ben.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye, Coach. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.